Out of the darkness into the light. Part 2. Ivory, who have grown up in a home filled with strife and instability, found solace in the arms of Sharitha. She had been drawn to his vulnerability, his longing for stability, and the love he so desperately sought. As time went by, Sharitha, who had always been independent and self-assured, found herself suffocated by the emotional demands Ivory placed on her. She had grown weary of the turmoil and instability that came with their love. She yearned for a more peaceful life, one where she could focus on her business and her children without the roller coaster of emotions that Ivory brought into her life. As the sun dipped below the horizon, Sharitha decided she couldn't continue the relationship any longer. She knew it was time to let go for her own sake, as well as for Ivory's. She called Ivory to her home, a place where they shared countless memories, both joyous and painful. As Ivory arrived, the tension in the air was palpable. Sharitha, with a heavy heart, expressed her desire to end the relationship. Ivory, however, was emotionally unstable and unable to cope with the impending loss. He pleaded with Sharitha to reconsider, his tears and desperation tugging at her heartstrings. Hours passed as they argued, emotions running high. In the end, the pain and despair became too much for Ivory to bear. He reached for a gun, a stark reminder of the darkness that had always lingered beneath the surface of their relationship. In a moment of desperation, he shot the woman that he loved and leaned on for so long, before turning the gun on himself. These two souls, who had been brought together by the promise of healing and love, had met a tragic end and heartbreaking culmination of their tumultuous relationship. The once quiet neighborhood on McKinley Street would never be the same, as it grappled with the sorrow and questions that lingered in the wake of this devastating incident. As you can see, sometimes a good story can have a bad ending. Out of the darkness into the light. Cognitive behavior intervention, you really must understand what it is. So look at the mantras, take a chance to dissect them and soak them in, because these are the tools that we need to really get us out them dark places that we have. Simplest ones is the fitness thermometer, to feel when you really having a bad day or when something going wrong, to gauge how others could be looking at you, because anger is often the secondary emotion that we have. Things bury up under the bottom and explode. Thank you very much for listening.